it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. And today we are doing hopefully a quick, simple, easy love reading on messages from your person. This is designed to be specifically a romance related reading, but of course take this however it's resonating for your situation. I've got 3 piles here. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. I'll put the picture up so that you can do your thing, rest, relax, be drawn into your stack, and I will see you at your reading. Keep in mind, if it doesn't seem to resonate with your situation, try picking another pile and see if that resonates for your situation. Okay. So pile number 1, what messages does this person have for you? Okay, I feel like you're not talking to this person right now. And I don't know, I'm kind of getting that they don't want to talk. Like they don't have messages for you here at this time. But again, I think if this is your pile, I think this has already been said. This has already been communicated. Now, I'll say this, okay? I feel like this was a connection where it was like going. It started off really good. There was a lot of passion. There was a lot of like agreement. You guys were like moving. And then boom, something happened here. And I'm hearing it was a sabotaging incident, whatever this was. And then boom, everything just kind of stopped. And it's not like stopped, like slammed on the brakes. It's more stopped, just like let off the gas, but it still slowed down like really, really quickly. And whatever this was, it kind of like messed with communication. And I think one or both of you got scared for being honest in the situation as to why whatever happened. And maybe whoever's like holding the boundary doesn't want to be honest about, I don't know, potentially what they think about the other person and like why they've kind of pulled back. Maybe they don't want to be honest about that. I don't know. But I feel like it kind of messed up communication here. And I feel like you're wanting to reach out here to this person. You want a conversation because maybe you want to know why something happened here. Like, I feel like there's a lot to sift through here. There's potentially a lot of variables, a lot of moving parts. And I think it's like there's things that you know and there's things that you don't know. Or maybe you feel like there's things this person knows or that they don't know. And so it's like you kind of want to talk to this person. You want to find out. You want to talk to them because you think talking to them is going to fill in certain gaps. But I'm just hearing like no. And it feels like this no is coming from spirit. And spirit may have intervened here for some of you. Like this could have been a divine intervention in order to get one person here, especially to just really... I'm hearing like think about what they've done, or like to think about their side of things, or to clear up their side of things before they kind of proceed here towards this other person, right? So it could have been spirit that intervened, but I still think there was some kind of like sabotaging moment. But what I'm getting is that I'm being told that there are hidden motives at play here. And I know that sounds really cryptic, and I'm not trying to like super get you in your head, but spirit is just saying, look, I think that you I think you both actually are curious, like why something so promising or so sweet went so far left, like so quickly. That's what I'm getting. And spirit is saying, look, the answer to that question, you think it's with the other person, right? And this may be a case where the other person doesn't exactly have all of the answers for whatever reason, right? But I'm getting that the reason why things went so askew here has to do with the hidden motives at play here, the hidden agendas. Now, for some of you, you could have had a hidden motive or a hidden agenda here. For some of you, whatever hidden motive was at play is why spirit stepped in, because spirit could see that there was like a hidden agenda or something, and it's just not allowed to play out that way for whatever reason. So spirit kind of like cut that out. But so I think you're being encouraged to kind of examine this through that lens. Like trying to figure out what the hidden motives are, where it's coming from. And this includes like owning up to yourself. And for some of you, there could potentially be a third party that's involved here. So there's a couple elements. And I think that you sorting through this is part of your karma in this situation. It's like you somehow sorting out the karma in this situation, is you actually sifting through this, spending the time to work through this. is going to help you kind of do that. Because I'm kind of getting this person that's been moved out of the way. Their energy is striking me as like an innocent in this. Like maybe not overall, but like they're kind of being like spared or something like that. And I think you are as well. Like there's a protection here as like it's actually a benefit that this isn't moving forward until somebody here, which I think is probably you, pile number one, or I don't know, take that how it resonates. Somebody clears up something here with themselves, and then you can actually like move forward in conversation or partnership or something here like that. Now, there's also an element of sabotage here. So there's two things that Spirit's kind of wanting you to think about. And that is the hidden agendas, which might be in you, okay? Like, but it might be in someone around you, or it could be both. Again, I'm not trying to like give you a complex or anything. But then there is also this element of sabotage. So let's talk about those here for just a second. What I mean by like there's potentially a hidden agenda here is that so like if this is a work situation and it's and there's elements of authority involved here, like so you know this person from work and it really is just a work connection, and there's authority involved, and you could be on either side of that paradigm, then I feel like the hidden agenda is that somebody here has a hidden motive, like they're interested in the other person in a social way, but they're not going about that directly. So instead it's seeping out in kind of weird ways, and I feel like they're holding this other person, whichever the other side of the paradigm is, they're holding that person to some kind of like expectations that they wouldn't hold, that they don't hold other people that are in similar positions to. Does that make sense? And I think there's also some kind of covert contract, which you should definitely look up covert contracts. It's a really interesting like psychological thing. It is linked to low self-esteem, but a covert contract is a contract that both parties don't agree to. It's not spoken. One person kind of has it in their head that there's a social contract that exists that really doesn't. And so they're acting out of that, and they might become overly sensitive to every little thing that somebody does, right? But it's like the other person doesn't know about that, right? So that is one way that there could be a hidden motive or a hidden agenda, right? If it is more of a Libran relationship, so this could be like a friend, or this could be like a romantic partnership, right? And Libra is just equal give and take dynamics, right? The kind of contract where it's like, I come here to get my needs met, but then I also want you to get your needs met here, like in the space, right? Then I think the hidden agenda is that somebody here was trying to like introduce elements of authority and control. They tried to, maybe tried to induce a sabotaging moment in order to try to gain the upper hand or gain some kind of control in a dynamic where that's unhealthy and not great, right? So that's what I mean by like a hidden agenda. And yeah. Now, I don't know how to describe this. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. Like, let's move on to the sabotaging element here as well. So there is, like I said, there's also an aspect to this where I feel like this connection has been sabotaged in some way. Now, this could be like self-sabotage. This could be something like internally going on with somebody. And I kind of feel like that has to do with emotional dysregulation. So like I'm hearing petulance. So somebody here could be like more immature or more petulant. And, petulance, I looked it up just the other day for some reason because I was like, I wonder what the technical definition of this is. Sometimes I do that. And with petulance, it was like a person who, like, they have a really short attention span in, like, when people are speaking, and they get irritated, like, really, really easily in a conversation, and, like, then they get kind of, like, angry, but that's sort of a form of emotional dysregulation. But I'm kind of feeling like somebody here could have seen something or heard something, and it triggered them, and so that emotional intensity started to rise, but this person, they haven't really explored themselves internally. They don't have a lot of, genuine self-awareness, so they don't have any, like, mechanisms that they can bring their emotional intensity back down internally, if not all the way back down to baseline, just a little bit, just to get the pressure off so that they can think clearly, and anything that they say or decisions that they're making or actions that they're taking, they can make sure that they're running it through themselves of like, does this align with my values, and does this line up with, what I'm trying to do in the long term? Somebody here doesn't have that, and they can kind of like flip out, and maybe that's what caused a sabotaging moment here. Because I feel like when this person gets in that state, all they can think to do to relieve the tension is to take some kind of action in the material world, so they might have tried to bait somebody into jealousy. They could have lashed out. They could have said something that they didn't mean, off the handle like that. So that's what I mean by like, there could have been aspects of internal self-sabotage. Now, there is an element to this though, for some of you, where I feel like this connection could have been sabotaged by a third party. That might be something here that you're meant to discover or find out. Now, this third party, if they're the ones sabotaging this, then I feel like this person acts like they're on side in some way. They act like they're on your team. They act like you're their friend. And they may even try to like give you advice here, or I'm hearing the word mediator. So they might try to act as a go-between. But again, it's just to disrupt communication here. So they might be, making up things or twisting or perverting somebody's words or trying to make somebody else feel insecure, or just saying that they talked to the other person, but they really didn't, something like that. So, and this person, whoever this would be, if there is a third party, like an external person that's sabotaging this person, I'm hearing they're low and they're argumentative by their very nature. This is also a very jealous and competitive person, and that person has a hidden agenda towards one or both of you. Like, I think they get jealous, like jealous possessive over one of you, and then they get jealous, like envious of the traits and maybe the appearance or the cars, or I'm hearing that song by Tate McRae, She's All I Want to Be. She's all I want to be so bad. So they get jealous in that way here of the other person. So it just makes them mad. And again, that's where maybe for this third party, the emotional dysregulation sets in and they just kind of target this. And I feel like this person targeted the communication in the relationship. And in order to do that, they may have caused a sabotaging incident. I'm hearing by targeting a character weakness in one of these parties, or by defaming, by just making up something about, somebody here, maybe to set somebody else off. I don't know. Or they could have also just attacked a weakness. Like if somebody here's like just not very good at communicating or something, they could have like gone after that in order to just kind of, cause a problem. But I'm also hearing setup, like they could have staged something. So I'm just picturing somebody like texting somebody to try to get them to come out to a certain place in order to kind of like stage a scene or make it look like something was happening, in order to cause a rift between these two people. So I don't know. Or I'm hearing they could have capitalized on something as well. Like they just saw an opening to get in the mix and mess with something, and they did. But this is like the sabotaging kind of a moment. Now, the other thing that I'm getting though is I feel like, again, it's this saboteur, and I'm going to be honest with you, like it doesn't have to be a third party that is this saboteur. For some of you, if this person like put the kibosh and if it was a no to you, then for some of you, it's like you really need to consider that maybe you are the manipulator here in this situation. Like you could be jealous of somebody else's like relationship or connection, a natural connection that you see between two people. And I say this with the utmost of love and compassion. I feel like that's something that you need to really look at in yourself, because I think that for some of you, it's like you might, if that's going on here, then you're the one with a hidden agenda here. And that's kind of like what's made things strange. And I also think there's an element where you may have thought you hid something successfully from this person. Either something that you didn't want them to find out about because you knew it was bad and you didn't want this person to judge you. So it affected the communication because it kind of makes you a hidden enemy to each other, just like right off the bat, right? Or for some of you, again, you have this hidden motive, and you did something here that you were hoping that it was going to speed something up or induce whatever outcome you wanted with this person, but you ended up playing yourself. You ended up like sabotaging yourself because it did come off like strange here to this person, or something like that. I don't know. But what I want to point out about that, if that's the case, I think some of you, if this is you, okay, and this would be hard to recognize and admit, in yourself, I think some of you have convinced yourself that this manipulative behavior comes from an innocent place, and it doesn't. And I think some of you have convinced yourself that the ends justifies the means here. It doesn't. And I think that you think that all of this is working towards something quote unquote good, because I think what you want here in this situation is a relationship with this person. And that's kind of one of those things where you're like, oh, well, it's always good to have a relationship with somebody. Kind of like, it's always good to have more water, or it's always good to bring somebody water. Like that's always a good gift. But in this, it's not in this case, because it's always good for people not to be involved in relationships with people who are not giving them their fair and open choice, you know? And that's what I feel like you're not quite seeing, because you're kind of saying that you know best. Like you should get, I'm trying not to be like offensive here, but it's kind of like the subtext of your whole like worldview and outlook. You're kind of throwing disrespect on this person's name, but in like a sneaky sort of way. I'm talking about sneaky even in your own psychology. It's hard for you to kind of become aware of that, because you're saying there's kind of an admission here that if you went about things in an above board fashion, this person would not choose you. So this is about acceptance. And true love is letting somebody go, letting somebody have their free choice. And that's the one thing you can't do for this person. But it's like you're telling yourself that, like, you know, you love them by trying to like strategize or sneak around them in order to bring about an outcome that you see fit, potentially regardless of what carnage goes on, like, or that you induce for this person, because you think, well, it's all going to end up with us being together, and then this person's going to see that I was right all along. But you're kind of saying that this person doesn't deserve to make their own choices, or that they're stupid or they're not right for not wanting to choose you, and so you have to correct that, instead of just saying this person maybe they are a full and whole person in and of themselves, and they have wants and hopes and dreams that I know nothing about, and they should be allowed to go after those things. Like, you know, I'm just saying, like, for some of you, I think that's potentially what's going on here as well. And for some of you, you had a hidden agenda to sabotage this person. And I think this person picked up on it. Either this person knows exactly what it is you did. I think that's true for more of you than you realize. But even if they didn't, it's like they know enough. They know, like, your story's not adding up. They know that, I don't know, like, you're being weird. And they kind of know that it's on you to clear that up in whatever situation it is. Like, not just to talk about whatever incident happened here, but also just to clear up your own name and like your own character, because to not say anything kind of reflects poorly on you. That's just what I'm getting. So but like I said, I don't think this person necessarily has any messages for you. I think this person's actually holding up some kind of like a barrier or a boundary, or they're not wanting to speak to you, and it's because they just decided that they didn't want to invest in this anymore. And that's something as well I think some of you are not understanding, because I think whatever this person found out, it was in early stages. It was like preliminary. So if this is romantic, then this was like a courtship phase, or it was during the stage of whatever kind of relationship this was, where it's like this person was still trying to figure out, like, you know, does this work for me? Does this work for you? Do I want to invest in this more? So they weren't fully invested in you over here. And then they found something out and they were like, cool, I'm going to take my win. I'm going to make my decision and I'm going to move it on down the road. So I feel like this person, whatever stage of your relationship, they just thought like they didn't, like you weren't anything yet. You know, they weren't committed to you yet. So they weren't obligated to break the connection because they weren't like really committed to you, if that makes sense. And the other thing is that I think there's something about like having the conversation. They don't want you to get the wrong impression, because having the conversation is like kind of relationship repair, right? And I feel like this person, they don't want you to think that just because you talk about it, okay, I can see your perspective, you can see my perspective, that means that there's an option to pursue the relationship together. Because whatever went on over here, this person kind of, they know what they want, they know what they need in some arena of their life, right? They know what they saw, and they know what they want, need, or expect is not on offer here. They know all they need to know to make their decision. It's not up for debate. I'm hearing my conditions, my needs, my wants, my life choices, those are not up for debate. So it's not up for debate, and it's like kind of pointless, I think, for this person to open up a conversation. They just need to make their decision because they have all the facts that they need to make the decision. They just kind of need to cut it clean. So I feel like that was a lot. I hope that wasn't too harsh of a message. I'm just trying to bring forth whatever I can, because like I said in the beginning, I feel like Spirit is trying to assist you in processing through this connection, because I think that you have questions and you think that speaking with this person can kind of help fill in the gaps. But Spirit is saying, no, I don't think it's on this person. Like, I think this person needs to focus on their own safety, whether that's physical or emotional safety, and they're well within their rights to do that. So their decision in whatever they need to protect themselves is being supported by Spirit. Spirit's very much in agreement that somebody here needs to be protected, and that's what they need to worry about. And if somebody's been wronged in this situation, then they need to heal. And then it's for other people here to kind of figure that out. And, so And also I'm just bringing this back to Spirit was definitely thinking it's a fruitful process for you to consider, like, that there are hidden motives, there are hidden agendas at play here. And if you can kind of maybe think about what that might be. And, this is like the normal kind of stuff, like who benefited the most from interfering in your relationship with this person, From if this is a third party, like who stood to benefit the most, or who did benefit the most from this, and why. I'm hearing pride of place, and just like in a family or in a community or something, maybe some kind of like status, I don't know. So who just stood to benefit from this, from sabotaging things, and in what way? And it might not be obvious, and I'm not trying to make you paranoid and, kind of hold all of this loosely, but I think you're going to fill in more of the gaps by figuring this out, because this person might not even realize that there was all the hidden agendas here. And if Spirit intervened, then this person might not or like this person could have just been moved, like by Spirit to make certain decisions, and they don't fully understand it. It's a situation here like that. So, yeah, I hope that was helpful. Like I said, I feel like this is a kind of no talking situation, but that's what I have for you guys. If that resonated, please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye. All right, so pile number 2, what messages does this person have? Okay, I just heard ole, 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 ole. So maybe somebody here is Spanish, or they're like Spanish and proud. You could have met in Spain, traveled to Spain, talked about Spain. There could be some kind of like Spain connection here, but if it's not like a direct Spanish, like kind of a connection, what I think about when I think of like Spanish culture and like Spanish people as a whole, besides really, really good food. So there could be some kind of like a food connection here. Maybe this person wants to take you out for food, fresh food, Spanish food, something here like that. But I always think of a people that are like deeply religious, but also really like to party. So it could be that this person sees those traits and qualities in you, and they would want to talk about that. I kind of think they think it's funny, or like they think it's cute or unexpected. This person may want to razz you a little bit of that being the state of things with you, like that's your nature. I don't know. I think one of those sides may catch people off guard, or caught this person off guard, but again, in a way that they think it's like cute or funny. I also think for some of you, that could be something that you share in common with this person. It's like you both have those sides to you, but it's like one of you, I think probably you, is more like spiritual or religious, but like, you still like to get down, but then this person is more like the party kind of lifestyle, but they do have this side to them that is deeply religious as well. And maybe I kind of feel like there could have been a lot of gossip, or like a lot of talk about the two of you and like your connection, because I'm almost getting the sense that people are watching you connect or watching you talk, and you might come off a bit like an odd pairing, or like the odd couple to people who don't really understand, because I actually think that you get each other like on multiple levels. There's actually a really, really strong compatibility here, but it might not seem so obvious on the surface. It's just like, oh, well, why do they get along? Like this person's such a party animal, this person's so spiritual, but it's like you both know that you have those kind of other sides to you. So it's like you both get each other, and on a fuller level than most people kind of see or understand the two of you. This feels like a very natural kind of partnership here. Now, in terms of what this person would talk about, like, again, it's coming in with like that energy of like, ole, ole. So I feel like this person, I don't know, it's like they would want to talk about that. Maybe they would want to be spiritual with you or party with you or something like that. Also, this person might really like your skin. Because I'm pretty sure Oil of Olay was a skincare brand, at least it was back in the day. So this person might really like your skin. They might compliment you a lot. They might ask you like what your regimen is. I think this person likes the way that it is you come across. I'm noticing this right here. Like, I hate the distance between us. It doesn't feel good. I do feel like you and this person are at a distance. There's a sense of this person kind of watching you and watching your space. And when they look in, it's like everything around you seems so maybe like bohemian or interesting, lively, different, colorful, sparkly, interesting. And this is like, yeah, I just heard I wouldn't expect anything different. Like, it's just a part of your nature. And this person has always just really found you like very interesting. So I just feel like this person would want to get in conversation with you. They like having conversation with you. They find you interesting. They could really talk with you about anything. I think this person sees a lot of color in your space and a lot of color in your world. I don't know if you have, maybe you have gone to Spain, or like maybe you have family there or something. I don't know, but it's like this person could be watching you going on vacation, watching you posting pictures. Some of you could be artists. I'm seeing like the colors. It almost looks like watercolor. This person, I think, thinks that you are a work of art, and they also think that they like your style, you know, like the colors that you kind of put together to wear, to surround yourself with, the jewelry that you wear, the makeup aesthetic that you have. This person really, really, really likes that. And then it's weird because then the energy like all of a sudden turns, it's like, woo, like there's this kind of like, boom, and then it feels almost like sad or like depressed, kind of like behind the scenes, which is meaning a lot of different things to me. Because first of all, we do have like, I know I hurt you, I don't want to hurt you again. So it's like this person, it's almost like, maybe I feel like this pulls from a lot of different things of how like what this person wants to express to you, because I'm almost getting, like I said, that you have this very lively sense of humory kind of connection. So this person would want to like reestablish that with you, because I feel like that's where you guys like just very naturally connect. But it's like you have heavier topics to talk about, because potentially this person did something. I'm kind of getting that they did something, to be honest, or it could have just been the circumstances where all of a sudden it turned on the dime, the way that you guys were feeling about each other, the way that you felt about this person. Maybe you felt like you had to put up boundaries, and it says, I'm moving on with my life, you know, here with this person, not with this person, but like moving away from this person, because all of a sudden you got blindsided by some kind of undertow. Because I do feel like this person was keeping a lot hidden, like a lot secret, and it could just be because you guys didn't know each other very well. But I kind of am getting the sense that this person didn't like, I'm kind of wondering if this is a past connection, because it feels to me like you have your boundaries up to this person, and it's like they're watching. I think they're waiting for an opening. They're waiting to actually have a conversation here with you. But it feels almost like this person didn't in the past, and also now it's like this person doesn't know how to bridge the gap between the connection that you guys have and everything just being so smooth and so like lively. I just heard what I did was stupid, no doubt it was dumb, from Eminem. It's like, oh yeah, wait, hold on, back it up. There's another part to that song where he's like, but I'm only human, but I'm man enough to face it today. What I did was stupid, no doubt it was dumb. So I feel like this person feels like they did something stupid here in the past. Now that could have been towards you, and that could put you in a really negative space, okay? Because there's an acknowledgement about that here from this person's side, which we'll talk about in a second. Or this person could have made some really stupid, I just heard chaotic, dumb decisions that like before they even met you, that they were, again, trying to keep in their closet. Like bones in their closet, skeletons in their closet is what I'm hearing. So they didn't know how to bridge that that topic with you, because this person could have like, again, I'm just getting that this person was living some kind of like, I heard the word clandestine, but it's like secretive kind of a lifestyle, something that they're not proud of, and something that does not reflect the values that this person espouses and aspires to hold overall, but certainly not the values that they connect with you on and that they profess to you. And this person, there's Gemini energy here in the sense that this person kind of, they feel like this, whatever they've created for themselves, like the decisions that they made that were stupid, this person kind of, again, no, what I did was stupid, no doubt it was dumb. And it could have had to do with a friend group. They could have been under like, you know, peer pressure or whatever. It caused them to lose something very, very valuable. It could have been you. And again, it's coming through in Gemini energy. So it could have been, it lost a conversation with you. Maybe you have strong Gemini in your chart. You're the Gemini that they lost. And I just heard Gem. Something could have happened in May here as well with the emerald birthstone coming through. Also, it could have been that something that this person did lost them a child, or again, like a friend group or something. I feel like this person stood to lose a lot. But part of how they don't know how to bridge this gap in terms of conversation is because this person doesn't know how to fill you in on this part of their life without you assuming from their perspective, okay? And I think this is something this person they need to reconcile their books, is what I just heard. Like their own behavior with the values that they espouse. This person needs to get less comfortable with hypocriting themselves. This is a part of their maturity. And then I'm hearing that part again that says, but I'm man enough to face it today. So this person may want to talk about this with you here as well. Like, I couldn't reconcile this in the past. I didn't know how to bring this to your attention without you thinking that I am a complete, like, I just heard scumbag, or that I'm somebody that I'm not, like something that I don't actually resonate with. It's like, yeah, what I did was stupid. No doubt it was dumb. I made a mistake. I trusted the wrong people. I just heard like, and believe me, I'm getting my karma. Like, I feel like this person took a major L, and it could have involved you here as well. But I'm kind of get that this person sort of lost a lot, and they know that they hurt you, right? So that again goes to this like turning of the tides, this like whoom beneath the surface. And it could have been that you found out something here, that this person was keeping a secret. So what you thought was just a simple, lighthearted, jovial kind of a connection, all of a sudden you found out one of this person's like copious. I feel like this person's hiding a lot, you know? It's scaring me to even just kind of like look at it. So again, whatever you found out, maybe that's how you felt. You felt like, is this just the tip of the iceberg? You know, like, I mean, you've just kind of shown that you're not exactly like a forthright, honest person. You know, that talks about engine, right? Like, regardless of what you've built for yourself, like not being an honest, forthright person, that talks about engine. So I just get the sense that this person doesn't know how to kind of like bridge that gap. I also think this person's been feeling really depressed. Like, since you have not been around them, since you've been in their, not been in their life, this person has gone through a huge, like a period of darkness, a period of depression, a period of a lot of fear, a lot of just like not exactly knowing what was going on. And I'm hearing the word purpose. Okay. And this person may have been like really pissed, but I feel like this person kind of, it's like they're pissed with themselves as to whatever has gone on here. They also could have been dealing with a person who is very volatile in their home environment or something like that. But I'm just getting, there's a sense of purpose. Maybe this person felt like, I'm hearing like, I didn't do it on purpose, but I'm also hearing like, they feel a sense of purpose here towards you. Also, they may feel like you are living your purpose, or that there's a lot of purposeful energy around your space, because, and I know I hurt you, I don't want to hurt you again, right? Because I'm kind of getting the energy of Pele here. I'm almost picturing this like a volcano. And so I think this person kind of like exploded at one point. Like, there was a big buildup of pressure, and it feels like it was emotion, but this is coming across very masculine to me, of like the explosion was some kind of like masculine emotion. So this person might only be comfortable expressing emotion through like all the Mars kind of related things, anger, just some kind of impulsive, volatile explosion. They're not dealing with it slowly over time or in a conscious way. Could have been like sexual or something. But the purpose was to like to take the lid off of whatever this was. But then everything kind of like cooled down, and this person realized they lost you, and also they hurt themselves. But at the same time, this person's looking into your energy. There's a lot of respect and admiration here for your energy, because your energy is coming across as Ardra, which is one of the most difficult positions like in the entire zodiac. There's a lot of destructive storms that happen there. And actually Rudra, which these are Rudraksha beads, but Rudra is a primordial form of Shiva. Shiva rules over destruction. He's not necessarily to be feared. It's you know, he's also not necessarily not to be feared, but it's just a potent energy that needs to be dealt with very consciously. So yeah, I'm hearing there's a card in this deck. It didn't come out here obviously, but it's like, or no, it's not in this one. I'm sorry. Well, there's a situation in the balance that requires careful handling. And again, that might be part of this person's secrets. Again, it's this Gemini energy. It could involve a child, could involve a group of friends that's like kind of, maybe this person has two groups of friends, like one that they kind of do weird down low stuff with, and then people that are more like akin to you. But definitely the down low crew has like they're winning here. Like, they have more down low friends, or they have more, you know what I'm saying? It's like this person looks at you and they see purpose. They see like what they could potentially be, right? But they have to kind of confront how disappointed they are with themselves, and this person would want to talk about that, but they don't know how. I'm getting that, because you'll notice this is a messages reading, and it's like I have to talk around something kind of bigger, and I can feel that this person struggles with that. You know, they don't really know how to put these things kind of into words, which I think is why things unfolded the way that they did. But I do think this person feels like they're, again, but what I did was stupid, no doubt it was dumb, but I'm only human, but I'm man enough to face it today. So it's like this person, I don't know how much time has gone by here, how much water is under the bridge, how long this person let you flounder around and bear the brunt of their bad choices, or, be pierced by the iron of their hurt, whatever hurt, because it almost feels like maybe they did do it on purpose, but they didn't do it on purpose. It's like there's two sides to this individual that they can't quite like reconcile. I don't necessarily feel that they're like malintended. I think that this person just doesn't know how to deal with their shadow. This is somebody who like really does need some kind of shadow work. But anyways, like I was saying, it's like this person sees you in like this Ardra energy. So they see you as having gone through a lot of destructive storms. Potentially what they've seen you weather is like what they levied at you. And this person feels like, Ardra Shakti power is effort. So it's like you have very conscious effort through your own effort, through your own healthy process. I think that you demonstrate healthy shadow work. Again, you seem to have this Gemini energy as well. You don't have to be a Gemini, by the way. Okay, these are all just energies that this is how I read the cards, right? So you could have a healthy Gemini energy where it's like your two sides actually are friends and talk to each other because you do your shadow work. So you have actually processed through a lot of these things, and this tear energy that you may have had through the destructive storms, you have actually, I'm hearing like you've grown like a fine wine. You age like a fine wine. You have made yourself stronger. You've made yourself better. Nothing here like held you back, held you down. And it's really inspiring here for this person. I kind of feel like spirit is bringing this person like to your remit, to your door, so that this person can see, they can observe kind of what they were meant to be, or how they were meant to handle the situation, or potentially how they can handle this situation moving forward. Because I think you're quite an inspiration here for this person. They see you as a gem. You definitely stand out here in this person's mind, in this person's life. There's a kind of like a fixation here, but this person's also like really, really, they're really sad. And it's like whenever they hurt you, whenever they did whatever they did, they hurt themselves. Potentially they hurt the conscious side of themselves too, the part that they kind of like identify with. But like I was saying, it's like there is something about this person. It's like part of why they don't know how to breach this topic with you. Because again, I think that if this person had an opportunity to speak to you, it would be that immediate like, ole, 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 ole. You know, it would be, they want to kind of lead with that, aren't we lighthearted? And we share a sense of humor together. But depending on what this person did, I mean, it's just not appropriate, you know? Or if you haven't seen each other for a while, it's like this person wants to make that kind of light connection, but then they want to switch and they want to have this kind of like deeper conversation. They just, like I said, they don't know how to do it. So if this person ghosted you, right, please don't hate me for ghosting you. You didn't deserve it. This person is because they got so overwhelmed with their bad choices, with their inability to reconcile the two sides of their nature, with their inability to tell their own self what it is that they will be doing in this moment and not in the next moment. Self-discipline is maybe a problem here with this person. It's like this person has a heart. They are a good person. They just don't know how to make themselves be a good person in deed and in action and in the way that they show up in the world. It's just kind of in this person's mind that they would like to be a good person. Do you know what I mean? And they do have like a light side. But they haven't been in it. Like I said, I think this person has been going through something here as well. And whatever it is, it's like it has them disconnected from their own fire force, disconnected from their own passion. I also feel like this person, like they kind of don't have it in them to argue. You know what I'm saying? Like this person might have given you a little lip like back in the day, but I just think that they're so sad. Like spirit has really kind of put this person in a timeout. It's been very extensive. They're in a dark night of the soul because they need to kind of, I'm hearing like pick up your cross and follow me sort of a thing. And they want to talk to you about all this. Maybe this person actually does want to ask for your advice or ask for your guidance because they see you as somebody who does this really, really well. They want to have an open conversation here with you, but I kind of think this person's trying to manage the way that you feel about them, right? We need to let each other go. I mean, this person, if this... Again, like I think this is actually your energy. Like you need to let this go, all of this go. I don't think this is a natural state of your union. I don't think this is a natural state of your connection. I think if this person can't deal with this on their own, this is an internal issue. Like if this person can't get themselves reconciled internally, then yeah, you have to let each other go because this person they're dominating this space. I mean, your energy is stronger and but there's less room. There's not enough room for you. Like, you know what I mean? It's like this person sort of has to kind of like deal with that. They don't want to let you go. There's almost, I kind of am feeling this person almost like pleading with you not to go. It's like you're the bright spot here in this person's world. I'm sorry that I messed up everything. I think that's another thing you have to watch with this person is just the black and white, the like, well, I'm sorry, like I'm such a fuck up. Like, I don't think that's this person's energy now. It might have been in the past though. Like if you try to have any kind of honest conversation with this person, holding them accountable. I never experienced this intense connection before, and I hope to have a future with you one day. I mean, yeah, this is really intense for this person. You're so special to this person. And I think that adds like, again, this purpose, this like layer of intensity. This person feels backed up, like in an emotional sense, you know? I remember how we used to laugh and talk for hours about everything. I miss you. I want to take care of you the way you've always taken care of me. I mean, yeah, there's a recognition that this person did not, they kind of feel like they deserved what they got a little bit here. They do recognize that they didn't handle their business. They didn't, and this is on their side of things. This is like, even before they met you or needed to deal with you, it's like this person just was not handling their business, and then it all kind of came to a head. Also, I just looked up and saw this at the bottom of the deck here, and like this is exactly like laid out like this: regret and third party. So I feel like this person could have had a third party here. That could have been part of the secret here. I mean, it doesn't even have to necessarily be one third party, because I think this person sees you as their soulmate, even if there are other people around. And even if these other people are trying to give the impression that it's deeper between them and this that could have been another thing that this person didn't clear up, because they could have had a nasty person here or multiple that like really want to be with this person. And, you know, no matter how little self-respect, you know, or how little they have to do a lot to kind of keep this person, but these people are like kind of willing to do it, but they're trying to give the impression that this person, your person that you're asking about here, clings to them for a different reason than this person actually does cling to them for. Does that make sense? They're trying to make out that it's like, oh, we're soulmates, but really they are, I just heard proximity and convenience. Like, it's, if these people weren't doing the most to kind of like keep this person around or like to play by this person's rules, this person would not pursue these other people. But there's an inability to be honest with themselves. And this person has not also been honest like with these other people. And again, this comes down to their values and the inability to be what they say they are. So they may have had a third party. Look, unfinished business. It's not over. Patterns, baggage, back and forth. Like this person... Look, you may have picked up on this via intuition, divine intervention. There could have been a divine intervention here in this space as well. That has, it's meant to, this person needs to cry, but like not cry after like necessarily like an outburst of rage or something. It's like this person just needs to kind of like connect with their softer emotions, because this person feels soft emotions for you. And, you know, it's like, there's even, hold on, hookup, ex-lover, date. Yeah. I feel like this person could have hooked up with an ex, but this feels like this person doesn't clean up. This is somebody who doesn't clean up their messes. They don't wrap up situations. They leave things kind of opened. It's very selfish for convenience. Again, it's like, and maybe even to prop up like, I'm hearing like their self-esteem, a low sense of self, a low, something here is like to prop themselves up. So they could have gone on a date here with like an ex-friend or an ex-lover. And I think whoever this was is like very enamored with them, but they don't feel the same way. Yeah, and they know, so even the way that I'm seeing this person talk about these things in this deck, there's not a connection with like the softer emotions, right? I mean, we have some admissions here. I know I hurt you. I don't want to hurt you again. You know, so this person's like maybe putting a brave face on it, like, well, I just have to, you know, keep away from it. And like, I hate this distance between us, doesn't feel good. Instead of being like, I really care about you. Like being without you has really hurt me. You know, I think they need to lead with the softer emotions here. And I think that's, I just heard chip on their shoulder. It's like they want you to think of them in a particular way. You know, I think this, and it's not that you don't or couldn't think of them in that way. I just think, yeah, this might be a little bit like toxic masculinity of like, well, if somebody's going to respect me, then I have to be this superhuman character instead of just being human, instead of just having finding a way to be human, giving you your choice. Yeah. So yeah, I think this person, I sabotaged this connection and I regret it. I fell in love the moment I saw you. I feel empty without you. Yeah. So I just don't think this person has been very communicative about their feelings, like their inner core, their actual feeling. But this person's going through a dark night of the soul. That's what they would want to talk with you about. And if they're really honest with themselves, they would want to talk with you, maybe ask like how to do this, because they see you as somebody who knows how to do this and you've made yourself stronger, and where to put the right effort in. Like, you know, because again, like you really have mastered some kind of effort here. I also think this person sees you as being very beautiful, very free in sovereign territory. And this person wants that for themselves, but it's like, how? I'm hearing that. It's like, how? I'm just seeing how, giant question mark. How do you do this? How do you manage to do this? I feel like this person thinks that you always land on your feet. It's like you've been through some really hard, difficult, challenging things. How do you always land on your feet? And again, how you do is because you're really good with the inner work. You're really good with shadow work, merging, like you're honest with yourself. You create safe space for yourself, you know, and I think you look for that in partnership. You look for somebody who's able to do that for you here as well. And I think you look for the foundational stuff, especially, again, there's something here about like a group. The friends that you kind of like have around you, you look for that in them as well. People that you can have the real conversations with. You look for that engine stuff. So you look, the things that are kind of like continuous verbs, the ing energy, we're processing, we're growing, we're learning. Somebody can't just walk up to you and say, I'm growing, because you know what growing looks like. And if they were really growing, nobody would have to tell you that they're growing. It would be obvious to you because you know what that energy looks like. You know what it actually is. So I think this person kind of had to do the one thing that they didn't want to do, which is just be vulnerable, open, and honest. Because like I said, this person's ashamed of something here in their past that they kind of keep secret, that they keep hidden. And it has to do with Gemini energy. Could be that if they're involved with somebody in a partnership, maybe they have kids with that person has two sides to them. They're very volatile, and it's really done a number on this person's self-esteem here as well. But I kind of get that this person may just like have for some friends with benefits around that they just don't tie up. They don't handle their business. That's kind of like what I want to say. But you would have, yeah. So again, this person's messages, it would be that ole energy, a lot of like partying, again, like conversating about like the side of you that is very spiritual and religious, the side of you that likes to have a good time, get out, be free, get down, connecting with you. Maybe they want to connect with you in those spaces, something to do with food, something to do with Spain, something to do with, again, spirituality or like a celebration or maybe a spiritual celebration. This person maybe, wants to connect with you in that space to kind of lubricate the conversation is what I'm getting. But then this person would want to kind of get into it, but I think they would be very timid, and it's almost like this person doesn't want to get any on you because they see you as, I think they know they messed up and that they know they put something on your plate that they shouldn't have. And you cleared that up. Within yourself. So it's like they don't want to make things harder on you. Like, I hurt you, I don't want to hurt you again. They want to kind of take responsibility of that. But this person also wants you in their life. They want you, even like as a friend in conversation. They want to show you a different side to themselves. They want to explain themselves. But again, it feels like a heavy conversation. And it's like this person, I don't know, they're scared that you're going to see them as like lesser than as well, because like you're doing so well. And this person, like just in terms of your joviality, and how happy you are, and how unique you are, this person sees you as very, very unique. And then this person is like, and they see themselves this way too, but then it's like the life that they've built for themselves, the choices they've made, the people they've surrounded themselves with have actually drained them of their energy, made them feel like they don't recognize themselves, and that maybe you wouldn't recognize them as your partner, as your soulmate. Something here like that. So I think that it's hard for this person to be transparent. But they hope to have a future with you. And it feels to me like, again, I'm hearing things like, I want to be your friend, I want to have this conversation, but then this person, it's like, they want to be more than friends, okay? But it's like, this person just likes you. Like, I just like you, dude. Like, they like you, they like being around your energy, they just like being in your presence, and they just want that to go on and on and on. Like whenever you guys are around each other, they don't want the conversation to end. If you've been around each other, if you guys did go out on dates, it's like you don't want the conversation to end. You don't want the energy to end, But if this person had something else going on in the background, they could have just ghosted you. They didn't explain it because they didn't know how to explain it. They also had maybe a big choice to make here that potentially could have involved children. They didn't know how to go about doing that. And I think a big part about going about doing it is just having a conversation and not needing, like, I think this would maybe be even what you would tell this person. It's like, just have the conversation. Like, we don't have to come up with the answer right away, but just have the conversation. Figure out what's important to me. Figure out what's important to everybody in this situation. Like do everybody the courtesy of that. You know what I'm saying? But it almost feels like this person is trying to save face. And like I said, they don't recognize themselves in the choices that they've made, the people that they've surrounded themselves with, and the way that their life is kind of turned out. So it makes it hard for this person to try to come across in a way that feels authentic to them. And that's real. But that's also, this person needs to deal with themselves in that space. They can't just try to skip over it, and expect everybody else to kind of like look over it, even saying something like, I would like the chance to prove to you that I am not, I just heard this idiot, that I'm not this idiot. I am not this stupid, and I'm also getting like with this, regret, soulmate, signs and synchronicities. This person knew the whole time, is what I'm hearing. They knew the whole time. There were signs and synchronicities that led this person straight to you. And I'm hearing Rascal Flatts, God blessed the broken road that led me straight to you. Like, it could have been a very broken road, but as soon as this person laid eyes on you, they knew that you were their gem. They knew that you were their soulmate here. It was not a coincidence meeting you. Signals, hints, messages from the universe were kind of like leading this person here to you. But they needed to do the healing work here. And this has to do with this third party energy. Also, there could have been a connection to this third party with finances. Money problems, work, material things, success. Again, if this involved a child, then it's now this person's paying child support, potentially with somebody that they didn't choose to family plan with. So they're always going to be, they're not going to have as much to offer to a family that they do want to build like for themselves. So this person's in regret, mistake, guilt, wrong choice, apology. This person doesn't want to apologize, but also like this guy looks really down and out. And there's all these like negative coping mechanisms here on the nightstand. So it's like this person could have been drinking a lot. They don't have healthy coping mechanisms, I think is what it comes down to. Yeah. There's some kind of like faded thing here as well. This person feels a lot of faded energy towards you. But yeah, that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 2, that this person would be trying to explain all of this to you. But as I said, like this is big. So it's like they don't know how. They don't know how to broach these topics with you. That's going to be a big part of the challenge is like, how do I even begin talking about all of this, which is why I think we started off with like sombreros and Mexican food, or not Mexican food, Spanish food, yeah. So, and yeah. Okay. That's what I have for you guys. Pile number 2. Bye. So pile number 3, what messages does this person have for you? Okay, so I'm kind of hearing things like, why do you care? This is a person, I don't think you can necessarily trust the things that come from this person. This person is in a really negative energy, and I'm kind of getting that, this person maybe did something to you that is underhanded or not correct, or something here like that. But I'm also getting that you did something here like to this person that kind of I don't know, like put them in their place or reflected them back. I'm seeing, I almost said Harry Potter, Frodo, when he was in that cave with the giant spider and he has the that light that the elven woman gave him. But I'm seeing you kind of like holding up a mirror, and it's like you're holding this person back, like you're shining a light here on this person, and that's what's kind of caused them to slink back into their hole. And this person is not feeling great about themselves, and I feel like this person is meant to be digesting. They're meant to be like kind of breaking something down here, like composting something. They're meant to be going through some kind of like transformative process with their own shadow self. But this person is instead embodying kind of like, honestly, like the more negative traits of the shadow. Like this is somebody kind of sitting in their stuff, and therefore they have kind of like, I just heard a toxic personality, or they like have toxic traits. They do these things because they're not actually like, they're in their shadow, but it's almost like they're just sitting there. They're not actually like looking at it or like transforming or and instead I just get the sense that this person is watching you. And this is the anchor card here. I'm secretly obsessed with you. So I feel like this person's secretly obsessed with you. I don't think this person would say that though, like as a part of their messages. That's why, again, this becomes like a really like weird one to do about like what messages want to come from this person, because the messages that want to come through from this person, it's like, slick talk or it's lies. It's them trying to disguise themselves. It's them trying to disguise their energy, and they don't want to tell you the truth, basically. The truth is that they've never felt anyone like, you're different, you're special. This person is kind of like enamored with you. I saw You're the Best I Ever Had, like, moving around in the deck. It didn't come out, but I kept seeing that card. I think this person wants to be transparent, but I just don't think that they know how. I think they see you in that energy of you being really, I'm hearing like genuinely love and light, like genuinely you're transparent, because the reason you come off so love and light is because I think you have a healthy shadow work process. You know what to do whenever you're in this underworld energy. So this person they just want to get in your energy. This person just wants to say things like, I'm not the same person. Maybe they want to compliment you. They want to butter you up. I've never loved anyone the way that I've loved you. But it's like, it's strategy, or it's game, because this person doesn't want to change. They're not, yeah. And you might have said that to this person, like, I don't see you changing, I don't, or maybe you're like, I'm not concerned with your words. I'm looking at you. I'm not seeing you changing, when in reality, so this person has kind of a lot to say here, but I think this is the reality here. Like, things move so fast. And I didn't know how to trust my feelings for you. I don't think this person knows how to trust themselves because they haven't gone through the work to kind of parse out what's themselves and what's not. This person could be kind of like a people pleaser type where they're really just kind of learned how to finesse is what I'm hearing. They've learned how to put forth some kind of like a facade in order to try to navigate their world and get where it is that they want. So, I mean, what messages does this person have for you? I think this is a person where you have to be very careful not to listen to their messages. You have to instead watch their actions. And you have to catch them on the double speak, because this is somebody who wants to, like, they double speak. They act like they understand something, but then they say that they don't understand something, and that's why they messed up or did the thing that they did. So it's which is it? Do you understand it enough for that to be relied upon in our relationship, or you don't understand it? If you really listen, this person says one thing and then they kind of backtrack and they say another thing, or they don't follow through with that with their actions. This is somebody that is maybe causing you to be kind of like honing in and not being so gullible or not being so naive. That could have been like, if this person burned you, it's probably because you trusted them. But when you go back, this could be the type of person where it's like the red flags were always there, the yellow flags were always there, or your intuition was kind of always telling you that this person was putting forth like one facade, but then they were another thing behind the scenes. Yeah, I hope the future will bring us together. But that's kind of this person's MO. It's like, that's why I said that, like, they're sitting in their stuff. It's like, well, I just hope the future is going to bring us back together. But this person is like kind of watching you in the meantime, and they're just kind of twiddling their thumbs. Like, I hope I get what I want. I hope I get what I want. This person doesn't, I'm hearing, if you want something in life, then why don't you go and get it? Like, this person, they don't want to for some reason. Look, I'm learning a spiritual lesson. Yeah, and when I was shuffling, I kept hearing the Coach theme song. So I feel like you're kind of like this person's like life coach or like spiritual coach. I know I was wrong by not talking to you. Would you be open to talking now? This person is wrong. I think they have kind of reached that precipice where it's like they know they're wrong, but they just don't know how to change. They don't know how to take responsibility for themselves. They don't know how to be an embodiment. And I think this person's really afraid of not being seen on the level, or being seen as exactly where they are, inadequate. But that's actually their secret strength, and it's their secret superpower. I think you understand that very well. Like, when I'm putting this out there, that it's like, yeah, it might be embarrassing to admit that you're vulnerable or that you could be wrong, or to let people fully see you as you are. But that really is the path. Like, that really is actually an act of strength, I want to take care of you the way you've always taken care of me. But it's an aspiration. I feel like this person is kind of full of hot air a bit. Like, it's hopes and dreams and aspirations, but this person doesn't really know how or why. I think this person, they feel slighted by life because it's a weird blend. I think this person actually feels entitled to certain things, but it's like without putting in the work. And I think this even goes so far as like with their own self. Like, they don't want to have to put that elbow grease into something. And the second that something starts to feel hard, or it starts to give tension or pushback, then this person kind of stops because they feel punished or they feel slighted, whenever they're experiencing something like that. But it's like they aspire to being on like your level. They aspire to be able to give to you, to pour into you the way that you do them. I think this person greatly admires you, to be honest. And that's probably the biggest message that wants to come through here, is just how much respect and admiration this person has for your energy. It's just they don't know how to express it right because they're too busy. So much of their energy has to be devoted to covering up who they really are and the insecurities they feel about themselves. I wish you would knock on my door. See how that's kind of luck energy? It's like, I wish you would just show up on my door. I wish things would just magically work out. I'm just hearing magical thinking. This person could kind of like fall into magical thinking. I'm afraid of hurting you. So there is genuine love coming here from this person's space. It's not all like selfishness or entitlement. It's like they are afraid of hurting you, but at the same time, it's like this person needs to look at all of this stuff. I think it's beautiful to look at you and your energy. Like you are kind of the hope or the inspiration for this person. And like seeing you kind of killing it in your life makes this person feel like they are too. You know, it's almost like they live vicariously through you, or they wish that they could. But the magic is the key is to get this person to kind of like look at their own life and to know that they can do it for themselves. Please forgive me. I know I messed up. I don't understand what this connection really is. This person does misunderstand. I can see that. It's like they think it's about one thing, but it's really about their own growth and spirit. It's about them. It's about themselves. It's about their own growth and, transformation. No matter what happens, my heart will always belong to you. Yeah, I mean, this person just has a lot of love. They may know that they've done you wrong. They may be wanting to ask you for forgiveness here because, yeah, and I think this person hopes the future will provide them an opportunity to apologize to you. This is a person, though, where I feel like the difference between you is, a true apology is changed behavior, and a changed behavior is not usually a single step. There's a lot that goes into that. Again, like the self-awareness, the reflection, the kind of figuring out exactly what practically went wrong, assessing the situation, making a change. But this person just kind of wants words. They wish that this person doesn't want to give too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like they wish that just their words would be enough to make the situation okay. Yeah, and even this, look, I'm working on myself so I can come back. Please wait for me. But this is the type of person that says things. Like, they say that they're working on themselves. But I think if you saw what this person was doing, you wouldn't consider that, like, working on themselves, Look, I struggle with revealing my true feelings and emotions, but I love you more than you think. Maybe we are better off separated. Yeah, like, I think this is your energy here, and I just felt like the switch. Maybe we're better off separated, karmic connection, moving on from the patterns. And then I feel so guilty about my actions. I don't think that's you. If you did feel guilty about the way that you treated this person, it's just as a side effect of this person lying to you about their intentions or who they were keeping something from you. Despite the distance, I feel like our souls still remain intertwined. Please give me a second chance. I know that we're spiritually connected. This person is feeling like something spiritual through your energy because I think you are a very spiritual person. That's what they're feeling. Okay, but they need to build it for themselves. So I think I'm just getting the sense that this person is, wanting to use you as a crutch, and like maybe I just heard a doormat. And so this could be a person, like they're really, really putting you on a pedestal, I think. And that could be, you want to watch that whole like love bombing, devalue, discard, because once this person realizes that you're just a person like them, I think that's actually a powerful piece of information that, when they start to see you as just a person, because it's supposed to say like, look, you can do this too. But this is the kind of person that because of like that inner weakness or that inner insecurity, they may flip on you and they may, insult you or like devalue and discard you when they realize that you're not superhuman. So like this person's definitely putting you up on a pedestal. I think you might sense that or something. I don't know. And it's just something that, and I just heard sensei. So it's like this person, I don't know. It's like I think they're learning from you. That's like a repeated theme, but it's like they're learning from you. You're not their teacher. Does that make sense? Like they can learn from you. That's fine. There's nothing stopping them from learning from you. And thinking about you and loving you, but like their spirit is needing them. I feel like spirit has this person in isolation. I'm hearing like other people potentially are calling this person out on their stuff too at this current time, but all of it is to push this person inwards and to get them to actually confront their inner issues, and their inner demons, and to know that that's not who they are, but that it still needs to be dealt with. They need to kind of clean up their act is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Let me just see if there's anything else coming through. I think that's all I'm really getting here. Any other messages here, Spirit? I just heard, I realized the moment after, or I thought about it the moment after. The moment after, that was the moment I knew, is what I'm hearing. Yeah. This person could see you out with your friends. There's like a lot of like girlfriend energy here. And I think this person wants to be accepted by like feminine energies. They want to like be a part of like this person wants happiness. They just don't know how to receive it, and they don't understand why they can't have it, but it's because they're not dealing with their stuff and it comes out in like weird distorted ways. Yeah, I think this person, look, there's so much cups here. This person really does like love you. Yeah, but they need to pour out. It's almost like they need to pour this out, like their hopes. They need to pour out their hopes in this situation so that they can go within. That's what I'm telling you. This is all about hermit energy. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 3. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.